Hey everyone. So this is the first video and it's a little bit delayed. I've been talking about getting you guys a video update for how I'm doing. So anyways, here it is. I have completed 6 rounds of the second chemo, and so there's 6 more to go. So over the halfway mark. Once the second chemo is complete, I get to rest for about 4 to 6 weeks. And at that point, not even at that point, before that, I'll be sending out on Facebook or to the tribe in different ways to see if anybody has any beach house or knows somebody who has a beach house who might be willing to let me stay there, or for a small amount of money since I'm not working much, to see if they would let me for the last couple of weeks before surgery really come recuperate there. But anyway, so that will be later. Once this chemo is complete, then I've gone through both chemos, about 4 to 6 weeks to recoup and restore, and then it'll be surgery. It was confirmed after my second opinion appointment with the plastic surgeon that it will be a double mastectomy with reconstruction. What I'm doing the research on right now and talking to different doctors and getting third opinions is which reconstruction procedure am I going? Am I going with implants, or am I going with something called a DIEP, a deep procedure? So explanations of that to come at a later date, but that's currently what I'm deciding. Either way, the surgery will probably require another 4 to 6 weeks or 4 to 8 weeks of recuperation. That's just one of the first surgeries. It's to remove the breasts and to put what's called expanders in. They have saline solution inside of them, and then after the body heals from that, then I will have about 5 to 6 weeks of radiation. So that will be a whole nother update. And then after radiation, because it does impact the tissue and the skin, tissue and skin is the same thing almost, but no, it impacts many layers of tissue and skin. The final procedure for that, for whatever the permanent solution I have is for the reconstruction, will happen about a year after radiation is completed. And depending on the procedure, that might be another 2 months I need to be out. But I can start to go back to normal, whatever normal or, new normal is after radiation is over. From my research so far, it looks like it's still a slow kind of return to getting back to old energy levels or healthy new energy levels. So I am also taking my downtime to do a lot of soul searching on purpose and my business and how I want it to look and what I want that to be and who I want to help, and how I want my life to look. So I'm doing a lot of soul searching with that and trying to make more of a move for maybe some online and virtual groups and things that can offer some flexibility for me and for people who are limited to leave their house. I obviously have a soft spot for chronic fatigue or illnesses that really are debilitating, that people still need the help but have a hard time with locomotion and transportation and energy levels. So I want to be mindful of how to bring help to those people, and also how to create flexibility in my life so I can actually be present more with friends around the world and the country that I love, and travel, and still be able to work. So a lot of soul searching, and also a lot of deep personal soul searching on many things. So one of the things I've decided to do is to do more of these video updates for you all. I think that's a nicer way to stay a little bit more connected, and it is my practice of the vulnerable. I happened to go to dinner with my mom today, so I have a little makeup on and things like that, but I definitely plan to, on the updates, make it a mix of, hey, I'm being a little girly and putting some makeup on, or hey, this is just me raw here, just kind of putting up the updates. But I also want to do some videos about the things that are standing out for me in this deeper soul search. And I took some time writing yesterday. I was feeling a bit inspired. And this video, I wanted to make sure it was more of the update that I had that was way overdue for coming. But then also to set my intentions on, just talking about things that I've kind of had to experience along the way, from a spiritual place, from an emotional place, and then some other like learning things that I've had, like, expectations versus miracles and different things. So I will be doing shorter but more as I can, some of these videos, so the medical updates, and then more of the kind of emotional, spiritual, mental sharing of that raw vulnerability. I think I'm gonna call these videos Dropping the Mask. I'm playing with the name, but I also felt the inspiration last night to, and you're gonna say Kitty back there, but I felt the inspiration last night to also start looking at podcasts, because what I'm noticing in this, trying to really love myself every inch of the way, is how truly hard that is, and how much image or fear of others' opinions, or fear of not belonging, or being, I think rejected is a strong word. I don't have a full fear of being rejected, but those old beliefs, old stories that come in and creep in, and how long does it take to catch them? And anyways, I want to have some podcasts. I'm trying to learn how to do that on some of the days I feel a little bit better. Some podcasts about just real conversation with still working things out, but I think women right now, because so much of this, the breast piece, kind of really hits on the femininity, but not that men can have breast cancer too, is something I learned. But in general, it's obviously more common in women. And I would like to just have conversations with people around the field, the world, the country that either I know or I admire, and keep that fairly short too, but just talk about how do they love themselves. Like, I really, I can do research stuff all day long, but I want to hear it from people. I want to have real, raw conversations about love. Like, how do you love yourself? How do you really do it? Who is doing it? And who is everybody just talking about doing it, but they still struggle? And why are we not talking about the struggle, and what's helping each person move through that? Like, how do you shift your attention? And not the platitudes and not the theories, but how do you really practically shift your attention from having a bad day and judging my body or my face or my, lack of hair or eyebrows falling out? That's just one example. It can be, breasts or fat or height or skin color, whatever it is. How does each person shift from that to, I am really okay with me, and I really love me in this moment? And I think we all have harder days and better days. But anyways, that's that. So those are the cool things. Today is all my infusions of this second chemo are on Wednesdays, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday tend to be better days now for me. And the tired and the nausea tends to kick in more on the weekends and on the Monday and Tuesday before the next infusion, but it's still fairly unpredictable. So sometimes I just completely am flattened by exhaustion and can barely even open my eyes. And some days the nausea is really, really bad, and there's just a few things that work for it. So if I'm not every week doing an update, that's why. But that's my goal, to stay in touch with you all, is to try to do a weekly update. I really, really want to wrap up with a deep, deep thank you to all of you. I don't have it in me to thank everybody individually that for all the donations and all the help, because there's been so much of it and so much love. And so please know, it's from the bottom of the heart. I am so grateful to each and every one of you who have shown up in so many ways, whether it's financial, emotional, transport, company, support for my freakouts or my tears, or want to hear and laugh with me, helping me walk again, being with me at the hospital, or being with me in a crisis that I have to be taken to a clinic, or washing my food, making my bed, doing my laundry, cleaning my house. I mean, there's just been so much love, going with me to doctor's appointments. There's just been so much of it. And I don't know if I would have the calm and the love that I'm able to have, and mostly the peace, or even the vulnerability and the willingness. I don't know that I would have that the way I do if it weren't for all of you. It really takes a village, and I am so grateful for mine, for each and every one of you. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and hope you guys have a really good week wherever you are, and I'm sending you hugs and kisses. And if you're in Brazil, I'm going to try to add closed captioning to make it easier to understand, but if the feedback is that you would like Brazilian subtitles on these videos, please let me know and I will do that. And feel free to text me or WhatsApp me, and if I can't get back to you, I just won't. But I will try to when I have a little bit more energy. So thanks everybody. Have a really beautiful night or day wherever you are. And I hope to see videos of you guys sometime soon. All right, or phone or anything. Bye-bye.